Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly focus for April the 8th through to the 14th, 2024. So we have incredible magical energy around us. We will not see, we have the moon trying to flip out here, so we'll talk about the moon in a second. We have incredible magical energy around us. Okay, it's all about fresh starts, it's all about potent new beginnings for ourselves, it's about exploring our passions, asserting our independence, perhaps. It's about discovery of who we are, our goals, our dreams, our desires, our new path forwards, the empowerment, taking back and reclaiming our personal power, perhaps. This card is about balance. This card is about our inner balance, knowing that we've got this, feeling sure of ourselves, raising our confidence level, knowing knowing what motivates us, knowing what we love, knowing what really fills us with passion, knowing what we really need to take with us in order to gain the successes that we want in our life. So we'll not experience this energy ever again. I don't think, I think this is like one of the top 10 for the century for transits. Okay, we have the solar eclipse in Aries of all places. We have the Sun conjunct Chiron. We have the Sun conjunct Mercury. We have Mars conjunct Saturn. We have Uranus conjunct Jupiter. And it's all happening in this magical moment up in the sky on starting on April the 8th. And the magic goes for the next like close to 2 weeks. So, hold on to your hats. It's just going to be intense and wonderful. We had the lovers fall out now. I better get to the cards. This is embracing your passions, your dreams, your desires. Maybe it's growing that relationship deeper. Maybe it's falling in love with your higher self, your goals, your dreams, your passions. Okay, let's get to the cards. Did I even say thank you for being here? Did I introduce myself? I'm Tilly. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Just getting carried away with the energy, I think. Okay, here we go. Underlying energy for the week is the Judgment card. Something usually comes in and gifts you. It's also about leaving the old and the past. It's like a death and rebirth kind of energy coming in here, but this card being your first, well, the underlying energy for you for the entire week. It is about death. It is about rebirth. It is about closing some doors, like really closing them, slamming them shut. They stay in the rearview mirror for life now. We don't revisit them. They don't matter anymore. We've taken the knowledge from the lessons and we're going forward with it. We don't need it to look back anymore. We know who we are. There's a strength about us. And so now we are giving birth to the new possibilities of our tomorrow. We are planting the new seeds of who we are to become going forward. We have the Two of Swords. Now, any decisions that need to be made this week, well, we obviously need to look within in order to seek the true wisdom, make the true decision for us. It matches our energy, what we need to do in order to go forward. We will not find the answers outside in the external world. That is why we have our eyes blindfolded here. We need to look within. We need to go deep within to go in search of the answers. Now, it could be a highly emotional decision as well that we are dealing with here because of the waters. The waters are very choppy, which tells us that there's a lot of emotion in making this decision. It's not just a cut and dried kind of thing, but there's a lot of factors and a lot of people and different situations and events to all take into consideration in order to make that decision. We have the Eight of Wands telling me that the possibilities of your tomorrow are opening up. There are ways that you are going to have the expansions in your life. There are ways that you are going to diversify in your life. There are new journeys, new adventures, new opportunities, new beginnings to step into. This is a time when we need to be conscious of the moment. We need to keep our eyes peeled. What's calling to us? I don't think this is just like one new beginning for you. It could be several new beginnings all coming to you, but I think you can balance them all well. They show up within a harmony of each other. They blend together. They intertwine to lead you down a more potent path going forward, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Um, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is we don't want to just run and, we don't want to do the grab and run, right? We don't want to start the car, hurry, let's get going. We want to take our time. We want to think things through. We want to gain new perceptions, different observations of what we are stepping into, what we're saying yes to, what we're saying no to. So we don't want to just randomly choose a cup and run with it. That cup being filled with our happily ever after, our best life ever. Because there could be pitfalls and situations that we do not want to have to deal with, people maybe we don't want to deal with, environments we don't want to have to deal with. It's like reading the fine print and making sure that we're making the decision from a strong standpoint and really knowing what we truly want before we make that decision. Work and career, we are looking at the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, okay, this is kind of like no man's land. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just you're in transition right now, I think, when it comes to job, when it comes to career. There could be new things on the horizon, absolutely. It's almost like you've gotten to this point in time, and I think there is new things coming now that I said that out loud. You've come to a certain point in your path, and now you dismount off that stallion. You fall down on one knee and you give thanks that you are in the here and now. You give thanks for what you have around you. You give thanks for the successes and the joys, your accomplishments of the past. And that could be part of the death and rebirth part, is you are now saying, okay, I got to here because I've worked for it, I've earned it, I've reached a certain plateau, a knowledge, a wisdom, honed a skill, whatever it may be for you. But we also want to ask for the guidance, the awareness, the knowledge, the straight path, the love and the support and the things that we need in order to go forward. We ask for safe passage. We have the Queen of Wands. This is a card that says just get excited. Just get excited and start doing, and the rest will just flow with it. All you need to do is get excited. All you need to do is raise your enthusiasm a little bit. Now, we could take risks that end up don't not being great risks for, hindsight's 2020. We could take some incredible risks that really moves us forward. The thing is, you really don't have failure here. You just maybe find out a way that you can't do it going forward, which just gets you back to the drawing board to figure out how to go forward with the strength. And when you figure it out, you're off to the races. So it's about building that enthusiasm and, changing things, evolving things as you are, in the moment, live time, right? You don't take a break and rediscuss. You just, okay, this needs to change, this needs to diversify, I need to move forward more in this area, I need to apply more energy here, I need a little bit more time to work on this project over there. And you're constantly in the flux of flow. And the more that you can step into that flow and that harmony of flow, the more that happens. It's great. Also with the enthusiasm, if you need other people to be there and helping you in some way, the enthusiasm alone will draw them like moths to a fire. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles says that you have gotten to a certain point in your career or your job, or it's time to be stepping into something new, more fulfilling, perhaps more creative, perhaps. Maybe you're transforming things in some way. This isn't so much about going after the raise. This is more about the promotion. This is more about building the stature. This is more about, setting your sights on the big picture. Okay, maybe you want to be the boss one day. You want to be the top CEO, or, you know, it's a progression, right? You don't get hired into that position. So you're figuring out the route you need to take. You're understanding what points of the journey that you have to apply yourself to, what parts that you need to bring in, and how you're going to bring those things in. It's all about setting the mastermind goal and plan here. And I think that you have this beautiful, like the veil's very thin. I think you have this beautiful communication. So you'll get ideas in your sleep, waking and sleeping, your dreams. Pay attention to what you're really being drawn to about around this time, because it's going to show you a brand new path, and it's probably based on what you currently do or what you have a true passion or desire for. It's not like new starts where you're going to be completely in uncharted territory. You know some of it. It's just about blending in the new experience with the knowledge, the wisdom, the sage wisdom. Okay. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. So don't take things too personally when you are going through this. It's kind of like a growing stage here. You're kind of in a no man's land. You've completed, you've completed to a point here, and now it's time to diversify, time to expand, time to elevate your path, time to go into new territory perhaps. Okay, so the first line is seek other possibilities. What else is out there that you can do? What else is out there that you would love doing, that it matches who you are and what you want to bring in? Look for the magic in life. There is a lot of magic around us, so I don't think that's going to be a hard one for us this week. Be aware of your own emotions. Okay, so don't take it too personally if things aren't working out. Don't blame yourself. Okay, you're going through everything for a reason, and so just take special note of why that happened, why that part of the plan happened in the way it did. What did you need to learn from that? What gives you a surer step? What gives you that dynamic that you were looking for to add to it? An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Yeah, so you might be in search of this opportunity, this new path forward, but in some way something might just come up and be offered to you. Maybe you work at a, in public service or something, and somebody comes in and says, you are by far my favorite person in this place. When I come in here, I know this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and I have a company, and I know that you would be a perfect fit for this job I have, and this is what it entails, and would you be interested? Kind of attitude. Or it could be somebody that is headhunting you in some way. They've heard about you, your reputation. They reach out to you. Maybe you get discovered. Okay, maybe you take photographs and you were showing some people some of your photos, your latest photos you take, and somebody with some kind of stature in the photography world peers at a few of them and says, "You, hey kid, you got talent. You could go somewhere with that. We need to talk. I got the connections. You got the talent. Let's sit down and talk about this." So, and get learning, step into the new learning experiences that you feel you need right now. Maybe those learning experiences will be part and parcel with the opportunities that you step into, but it is time to get to work, so it's not a time for rest and relaxation. And we have, there's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. I kept seeing people come in around you with each and every card. There was always people coming in to be supportive of you, to be part of your team, to be part of your environment. So don't try and go it alone. No one's an island, even if you are that photographer that likes to go off and join a group where there's 5 or 6 of you going off in different areas, and you come back and you talk about this and that, and you swap stories, and make bring it to life. Maybe you need somebody to set the lighting and everything for you. Maybe you do need somebody to help you because you've taken your photography to a new level, right, where you need employees now or something. So there's a better course of action. So, here we are, and we're looking up at this angel. This angel is stopping us, saying, "Hey, you don't want to go this way. This way's too hard. We're going to go over here." Yeah, 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 yeah. We want to work. We want to work. Absolutely. We want to roll up our sleeves, but we don't have to work hard. We just have to work smart. So what is the smartest way of going forward? And I was talking to one person, and they were talking about oh, they didn't really want to hire. I said, you have to expand, and with that, I think a couple of employees, and she was like, oh no, I can't afford to hire somebody. And they said, you don't understand. There's enough work, and what you do is you charge the client for their time. You don't pay out of your pocket. You now say, well, in order to get this job done for you, I need this person to do this work, so you're paying them on top of my fee. So, they are an investment to free up time and energy and maybe some resources in some way so that you can better act. For love, Six of Cups, somebody from the past may come into your life this week. Or you see somebody and they remind you of a certain person, a certain situation that happened in your life. Why is that popping up right now? Do we need healing from it? Do we need to have some kind of awareness? Does it align with a current relationship that I am in and I'm going through? And what scars, what baggage do we carry around with us from relationship to relationship? We need to look at that. Maybe we need to let go of some of that in our life, clear up that scar tissue. We have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, what is the kind of relationship that you are looking for? Because this is one where you can start to create that. Once again, we have that death and rebirth kind of energy coming in here of the things that you don't like about the relationship. You find ways of minimizing those things in order to grow exactly what you want to bring into the relationship. Or you invite in that perfect partner, that person that you've been searching for. Don't worry, they've been searching for you too. Ace of Swords, aha moments, epiphanies. Well, this could be where your eyes meet across the smoky room, and it's an instant attraction, and the rest is history. That could happen with this kind of energy. But really, it's about clarity and understanding of what you truly want going forward, and creating that spark of inspiration into something real, something tangible. Something that reflects what you feel a relationship should be. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Well, I don't know if it's your parents. Did your parents do anything wrong? And if they did, well, they probably just tried their best, but there's no manual. It's funny because the one day I said to my daughter, I was listening to her and her successes, and thinking about her past successes and where she's grown as this beautiful, striking, intelligent woman in life. And I said, I said, I can breathe so easily. And she says, well, what are you talking about, Mom? And I said, well, here, you were my firstborn, and I thought I messed you up. Like, I just thought I did everything wrong. And, I thought I dropped the ball on so many occasions. And look at you. Look at how well you turned out. I must have done something right. And she started laughing. But, you know, because I know I did. I know, we talk about, she's very open and says, well, remember when I was 7 and this happened? And I was, oh, my goodness. And I do remember when she calls these things up too. So I knew on some level I just wasn't looking at it, but we talk about it and what I was going through at the time, what she was going through at the time now as adults. We can have those strengthening conversations that maybe we couldn't have had when she was 7. So it's about allowing healing in, okay? Opening yourself up and opening up the relationship to positive dialogue, healing energy coming in. If you've left a relationship and you really don't feel like you want to go into another relationship because of that past relationship, then it's more important to let that healing in, to know that you made all the best choices for you at the time. And if in hindsight you see how you had a different approach and you didn't utilize it, that just tells you that you have gained the knowledge. So next time when that happens, you will not take the same steps. Okay, let's see how we are going to grow our personal growth. The Empress. These cards have been so strong for everybody, for our personal growth and what's going to happen. This is planting the seeds. This is understanding what you want to create, what you want to give birth to, what you want to invent. This is grounding yourself in nature, allowing your emotion to flow, feeling alive, being the high intuition, definitely, and you are the diplomat this week. So you can think things through, you can make that strong plan. We have the Eight of Pentacles. You're expecting more of yourself. You're expecting you're pushing yourself towards perfection in certain areas, and I think this is a good thing where you want to perfect your, if you're the photographer, you are going to, take another course over something, lighting tricks or something. Just something different to enhance what you already do, because you know you have the talent, you know you have the ability, and you want to turn out pro, perfection, perfection. Oh my gosh, perfection. Stop it, guys. Okay, we got the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords says to challenge yourself, to embrace the opportunity, embrace your embrace your courage, embrace your strength, take a risk on you and go after your dreams, your passions, go into uncharted territory. You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have the support. Even if you don't believe it at the moment, when you take those first steps, you'll quickly come to realize that you are protected on this journey. But it's time to go in search of new opportunities and new adventures. And then we have the Eight of Swords, and your perception changes. You know, where you thought you were once limited, where you thought that you couldn't go forward, you are now confronting any kind of personal challenge this week. You are looking at things head on. You are breaking through those limitations. You are crushing that fear down to nothing. You know, you look fear in the eye, it completely loses its power over you. You're letting go of anxieties. You're letting go of certain controls in your life so that you feel alive, so that you can breathe, so that you don't have all the stress that you have been carrying to this moment in time. We have leadership. Set your goals. Okay, so this is the time to think about what you want to do. Set your goals down. Okay, we can make a plan on them, then we'll make a strategy on them. Don't worry about it. Then there'll be work to do. We'll roll up our sleeves and demand perfection of ourselves in the path forward. But it's leadership. And you say, well, you know, I prefer, Telly, I prefer to not be the leader. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But you must be the leader of yourself, okay? We used to have parents that would tell us that we couldn't go out until our homework was done or our room was clean. And so we did it. Why? Because we knew that we weren't getting out that front door without doing what is needed. And so sometimes we have to take hold of our own inner self discipline and lead ourselves and say, no, we're not allowed to do that until we do this. So get it done so you can do that, and be a little stricter with ourselves. Be the parent from within. We have opportunity knocks, go for it. So opportunity knocks tells me that somebody comes in search of you. Once again, somebody finds you when it comes to work, career. So keep your ear to the ground. You know, pay attention to what you're seeing, who you're talking to, who's watching. Opportunity knocks, go for it. And it might not be a person saying it. It might be something where you just get that inner voice that says, I've got to do that. I've got to see how I can be a part of that. And we have enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. And this is a time when we're going to naturally pursue spiritual growth. We are going to get more of a belief and an understanding that we are protected, that we are loved, that we they are helping us grow our path forward. And so when we give it focus and we give it attention, they give it focus, they give it attention, and we expand in the potential of our tomorrow. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.